Introducing the Tesla Gummy Battery, an invention that sounds sweet but could change the future of EVs forever. In 2025, Tesla is working on groundbreaking technology that might revolutionize how we power cars. In this video, we break down what the Tesla Gummy Battery really is, how it works, and why it could be the game-changing EV technology the world has been waiting for. From faster charging to better range, this invention could reshape the auto industry. Is it just hype, or the sweetest EV breakthrough of 2025? Watch till the end to find out. Subscribe to EvoDrive Official for more Tesla updates, futuristic car reviews, and automotive tech discoveries every day. It started with a whisper, engineers calling it the Gummy Battery, a strange nickname for what might be Tesla's boldest experiment yet. At first, it sounded like a joke, a candy-coated gimmick. But behind the walls of Tesla's labs, something extraordinary was being tested. The story begins with a problem. For years, EVs have been powered by lithium-ion batteries. Powerful, yes, but also fragile. Fires, recalls, and the limits of range have haunted the industry. The hunt for the next big breakthrough has been relentless. And somewhere in that hunt, Tesla stumbled on an idea so unusual, it earned the sweetest name in tech. Insiders describe it as flexible, softer, more resilient, a chemistry that doesn't shatter under stress, but bends. Some even claim it can heal itself after damage, stretching the lifespan of a car far beyond today's limits. Imagine a battery that refuses to burn, refuses to die, a power source that could outlast the car it lives in. But here's the mystery. Is it real? Or is Tesla letting rumors run wild, fueling hype before the truth is ready? No prototypes have been shown publicly. No official announcements confirm it. Yet whispers keep spreading, from engineers, suppliers, even rival companies. If the gummy battery exists, it could change everything. Range, safety, even the way we think about owning a car. But one question lingers. How do you take something so strange from the lab and unleash it onto the road? That's the story of our next chapter. Because before a sweet secret can rewrite the empire of energy, it has to survive the battlefield of reality. Every invention looks perfect in the lab. Under the microscope, in a sealed chamber, with scientists carefully adjusting the controls, miracles are possible. But the road is merciless. And that's where Tesla's so-called gummy battery faces its trial by fire. Think about it. A battery can't just perform in perfect conditions. It has to survive blistering heat in Nevada, freezing nights in Norway, and potholes in New York. It has to power up again and again, day after day, without fading, swelling, or cracking. That is the battlefield where technologies live or die. Insiders say Tesla's early tests were promising. Cells that didn't burst under pressure. Packs that could bend slightly without breaking. Engineers even tried stabbing them with nails, and unlike lithium, they refused to ignite. But durability is only one piece of the puzzle. Can this strange new chemistry hold enough power to make EVs go farther? And more importantly, can it be built at Tesla's massive scale? Because history is filled with brilliant battery concepts that never escaped the lab. Solid-state, aluminum air, magnesium, each was hailed as the future, then quietly buried when reality hit. Will the gummy battery join that list, or will it break the curse? Tesla has a reputation for pushing lab ideas onto the road faster than anyone else. But sometimes that gamble pays off, and sometimes it burns. So the question is clear. Can this strange, flexible battery survive the jump from test benches to highways? Or will it collapse under the weight of expectation? The answer may shake more than just Tesla. Because if the gummy battery succeeds, it threatens to topple the old empire of lithium. And that's exactly where our story heads next. For 2 decades, lithium has ruled the world of energy. From your smartphone to your laptop to the car in your driveway, lithium-ion batteries became the unshakable king. Entire economies grew around it. Entire nations staked their futures on mining and refining it. But every empire faces a moment when the cracks begin to show. And that moment may have arrived. Lithium is powerful, but it's also scarce, expensive, and fragile. Prices soared as demand exploded. Supply chains stretched thin, sometimes relying on unstable regions. And when EV adoption accelerated, the world realized, we might not have enough lithium to keep the empire alive. Enter the whisper of a challenger, Tesla's so-called gummy battery. If it truly needs less lithium, or none at all, then the foundation of the empire begins to shake. Mining companies, battery suppliers, even entire governments built on lithium wealth suddenly face an uncertain future. It's not just about cars. It's about power grids, smartphones, aircraft, even homes. If Tesla introduces a safer, cheaper, longer-lasting alternative, the ripple effect could reshape industries far beyond transportation. And here's the twist: rivals know it. From Beijing to Berlin, every automaker is racing for their own breakthrough. No one wants to be left behind when the empire falls. But here's the danger. Empires don't crumble quietly. There are always forces determined to protect the old ways: investors, suppliers, nations. Could the gummy battery face resistance before it even leaves the factory? The empire of lithium has survived every challenger so far. But this time, the threat feels different. And in our next chapter, we explore the strange promise at the heart of this invention: a battery that bends, stretches, and heals itself. A battery less like metal, and more like muscle. A battery is supposed to be rigid, cold, metallic. Something that cracks when bent, bursts when pierced, or dies when stressed. But what if that rule was broken? What if a battery could bend, like muscle? This is the wild claim behind Tesla's so-called gummy battery. Unlike traditional lithium-ion cells, which are fragile and unforgiving, whispers suggest this new chemistry is soft, flexible, almost rubbery. Engineers describe it as pliable, a battery that can absorb impact, twist slightly with motion, even recover after stress. The possibilities are staggering. Imagine car packs that don't shatter in a crash, phones that fold without breaking, even aircraft batteries that endure turbulence without risk, a power source that behaves less like brittle stone and more like living tissue. Some insiders even suggest the material can heal itself, repairing microcracks that usually kill a battery over time. If true, that means far longer lifespans, with cells that refuse to degrade like the ones we use today. But here's the mystery. Is it real or exaggerated myth? Tesla has been silent, as always, but rivals are watching closely. Samsung, Toyota, and Chinese startups all chase flexible battery tech. Could Tesla really be the first to bring it to the road? Flexibility sounds futuristic, but with it comes new challenges. Can such a strange material store enough energy to power a full-sized car? Can it survive years of charging and discharging without failure? For now, the truth remains locked in Tesla's labs. But if this bending, healing battery makes it into mass production, it could turn the EV industry upside down. And that's where we head next, to one of the biggest promises of all, a battery so safe, it might refuse to burn. Every EV carries the same shadow: fire. We've all seen the headlines: a Tesla bursting into flames after a crash, a recall triggered by overheated cells, an EV smoldering in a parking lot. Lithium-ion batteries are powerful, but they are also volatile. One small failure can trigger a chain reaction, turning stored energy into fire. But what if that danger could be erased? Whispers around Tesla's gummy battery suggest something radical: a chemistry that refuses to ignite. Softer, more stable, resistant to heat and impact. In early lab rumors, even when pierced by nails or crushed under pressure, the cells did not burn. Instead of fueling disaster, they absorbed it. If true, this would be a revolution. No more fire risk haunting EV owners. No more recalls costing billions. And no more hesitation from buyers worried about safety. A battery that simply will not burn could change not only cars, but planes, ships, and homes powered by stored energy. But here's the catch. Safety is only one piece of the puzzle. Many safer chemistries already exist, but they often fail at power, range, or cost. Can Tesla's mysterious new material balance all three? Or will it trade performance for peace of mind? History tells us that every leap forward comes with sacrifice. If the gummy battery is truly fireproof, does it give up something else in return? Energy density, charging speed, or lifespan? For now, the answers remain locked behind Tesla's silence. But one thing is certain: if they have solved the fire problem, the industry will never be the same. And that's why in our next chapter, we leave the lab and step into the battlefield of global business. Because no empire falls without a fight, and Tesla's rivals are already at the gates. Every empire attracts enemies, and Tesla's rumored gummy battery may already be surrounded. If this invention is real, safer, stronger, longer lasting, it threatens not just rival car makers, but entire industries. Oil companies, mining giants, and legacy automakers have billions tied to the old order. And when an empire faces collapse, those who stand to lose the most rarely go quietly. Imagine it. Lithium suppliers watching their markets tremble. Battery giants in Asia scrambling to defend contracts worth trillions. Automakers in Detroit, Munich, and Tokyo racing to match Tesla's secret, or risk falling years behind. Each competitor is sharpening their weapons. Patents, lawsuits, lobbying, and perhaps even misinformation. And it's not just corporations. Governments are watching too. Nations like Chile, Australia, and China, whose economies depend on lithium, know what's at stake. If Tesla's gummy chemistry needs less, or none at all, it could rewrite global trade maps overnight. The winners and losers of the 21st century might be decided not by oil, but by batteries. But here's the question: is Tesla ready for this war? The company has thrived on disruption, but each step has made it new enemies. Autopilot angered regulators. The gigafactories rattled labor groups. Now, a battery breakthrough could unite powerful forces against them. The gummy battery might be the sweetest invention of 2025, but it could also be Tesla's most dangerous gamble. Because in the shadows, every rival is waiting for a chance to strike. And in our next chapter, the story gets stranger. Because whispers suggest the prototype isn't just locked away in labs. It may already be roaming the roads. Every revolution begins with whispers. And the whispers around Tesla's gummy battery have taken a dramatic turn. Some claim the prototype is no longer locked in labs, it's already on the road. Car spotters in California swear they've seen test vehicles running with unusual behavior. Journalists point to VIN numbers that don't match any known model. And deep in online forums, engineers hint that hidden fleets are carrying cells unlike anything we've seen before. If true, this changes everything. Tesla wouldn't be waiting for a flashy unveiling, they'd be quietly testing, gathering data in secret. Every charge, every mile, every climate condition feeding into a larger puzzle. The company has done it before, slipping new tech into vehicles without telling anyone. Could the gummy battery be the latest hidden upgrade? But secrecy cuts both ways. If a prototype fails, Tesla can bury the evidence. If it succeeds, they can control the reveal. And while fans chase shadows, rivals are left guessing, wondering if the threat is real or just smoke. There's another layer too. Some insiders suggest Tesla is disguising the prototypes inside ordinary shells. Model Ys and Model 3s carrying experimental hearts. A ghost fleet, blending into traffic, hiding history in plain sight. Are these whispers fact or fantasy? No one knows for sure. But the idea is tantalizing. The next generation of energy might already be passing you on the highway, silent and unrecognizable. And if the gummy battery truly exists, the next claim is even bolder. Not just safer, not just stronger, but immortal, a battery that could outlive the car itself. That's the story of our next chapter, the road to immortality. Every battery has a clock. From the moment it's born, the countdown begins. Charge, discharge, degrade, repeat. By year 10, most packs lose their strength. By year 15, they're tired. By year 20, many are dead. But what if that clock could be stopped? This is the boldest claim tied to Tesla's rumored gummy battery, that it could last not just years, but decades. Millions of miles. A power source that outlives the car itself. Imagine buying an EV once, and never replacing the battery. Imagine a world where the most expensive part of the car refuses to die. Insiders whisper about self-healing chemistry, materials that repair microfractures instead of crumbling from them. Cells that keep 90, even 95% of their power after cycles that would destroy today's lithium-ion. Some even call it the first immortal battery. The consequences would be staggering. Car resale values could skyrocket. Fleets could run for decades without replacement costs. And in poorer regions, used Teslas might keep running for generations. The very idea of car ownership would shift, because the heart of the machine would never fade. But here lies the paradox. If batteries don't wear out, what happens to Tesla's business? Replacement packs are profitable. Repeat customers fuel growth. An immortal battery may be a gift to the world, but a threat to the empire that builds it. So is Tesla bold enough to release a technology that could undermine its own future? Or will the gummy battery, if it exists, remain hidden until the world is ready? One thing is certain, true or myth, it has already changed the story. And in our final chapter, we ask the biggest question of all. What legacy does the sweetest invention of 2025 really leave behind? Every empire leaves behind a legacy. Rome left its roads. Britain left its navy. And Tesla, if the whispers are true, may leave behind something far stranger, the gummy battery. Whether real or myth, the story itself has already shaped the future. The name alone sparked debates in labs, boardrooms, and governments across the globe. Could a flexible, fireproof, self-healing battery really exist? Could Tesla be hiding a technology that changes everything we know about energy? Some believe the answer is yes, that in a few years, we'll look back at 2025 as the year the empire of lithium began to crumble. That the gummy battery will become Tesla's crown jewel, powering cars, homes, even cities for decades without fear of fire or failure. Others say no, that this was always just a rumor, an exaggeration spun from scraps of research, magnified into legend by Tesla's culture of secrecy. But here's the truth, legends have power. Even if the gummy battery never sees the light of day, it forces the world to imagine what's possible, to question whether today's limits are permanent, or whether innovation can always bend the rules. That is the legacy of the sweet empire, not just an invention, but an idea. One that rivals now chase, investors fear, and consumers dream of. Because every empire, real or rumored, leaves behind a spark. And sometimes, that spark is enough to ignite the future. So the question remains, was Tesla's sweetest invention a hidden revolution, or just the most delicious myth in automotive history?